Players is up 1-0. Coca in the booth. And they have brought out Life Man. ZeNEX Lair, as I call him, is always going for the fast tech.
And he's going to play an interesting game today once more, because we had yesterday already his performance against Team Liquid, which was really impressive. He defeated 3 Zerg players. We don't have to rely on statistics when we talk about Life. His Zerg versus Zerg is just amazing. He has a sick win ratio here, and he proved it yesterday against Team Liquid. Now he's up against Coca.
This is going to be a pretty tough match for Coca. His win rate in ZVZ is not his best. And obviously Life, a top-notch Zerg player. We saw him win several ZVZs yesterday.
It's actually Coca's worst matchup.
Yep,
he's way better in this matchup against Protoss and against Terran. He's below 50% when it comes down to the mirror match. And well, we've seen so many different builds from Alive. Just yesterday, now he's up against his opponent on a Tombed Valley as they try to eliminate the map so that Puzzle cannot shine here, cannot use it against the Zerg later on. Very, very interesting. Very well done.
Yep, well, the map is loaded. It is in Tombed Valley, as you said. This is the GSTL Season 2 for 2012, sponsored by Hot 6, cast by Calder and Wolf. Let's jump into the game.
To the bottom right, we have our Slayers player. He won the first match. He won against Avenge, took out a Protoss. Now he's up against the Zerg. Yes.
Slayers, Coca!
Going for the oversupply here, looking pretty confident. The whole Slayers team is against ZeNEX. And well, we are going to see if his opponent, if Coca's opponent can pull it off again. Yesterday he played so well. Today we have him cross position to Coca to the top left in the blue. We have
ZeNEX, Leipe!
I'm really eager to see what he's going to do here. Life played really interesting strategies yesterday. He had perfect timings, you could already see that. And, well, Team Liquid struggled. Not only at TLO, but we also had HeyPro and, of course, Zinio with huge problems against Life.
Zergs yesterday, and that was, I mean, that's in itself pretty impressive, because ZVZ is such a difficult matchup. It's so volatile that to be able to beat 3 Zergs consistently with 3 different types of strategies means this guy's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. We're going to see both players go hatch first right now, which will transition into a pretty normal game. We're going to have Ling Baneling against Ling Baneling. You have to do that when your opponent takes a fast hatchery. Both of them going for identical pool timings as well, so neither of them are going to have a tech advantage here.
I'm a little bit reluctant, though, to call a pretty normal game with Life being one of the players after yesterday. I'm really, really reluctant to do that.
Yeah, you're right.
And, well, we can expect a tech at the 5-minute mark, I guess.
I think that is a good thing to expect.
It was insane. His style against Hero yesterday was just incredible. Against Protoss, most Zergs really struggle a lot, and Hero went for the Nexus first. Life countered with a 2-hatch before pool, which was really interesting. A little bit of Overload snuggling going on in the middle of the map. The Air 5 coming up right now.
It's like the slowest ram battle the world has ever seen.
Air 5.
And then they both realized that, oh, look at that. They actually didn't pass through each other like ghosts, but in fact next to each other. I wasn't sure how they were going to interact.
Yeah, they're not
that
close.
Yeah, they're not that close, exactly.
Double Queen for both of them.
Yeah, we see a little bit more droning going on for Coca. He's sneaking a few out, but his opponent doing the same now.
What was really impressive for Life was that he hit timings that were just so perfect. He always made sure that he attacked his opponent when he was the most vulnerable. So him going for another timing attack is what I would have expected to see from him. And the Coca, I'm really interested in what exactly he's going to do, because for him it's the worst matchup. It's also, as you said, a very volatile matchup. So if you are already, I don't want to say a bad Zerg versus Zerg player, but if you struggle with the mirror match and then you're up against an opponent who's really shining.
Yeah, he's known for it, so it's like mentally it's hard to prepare for a match like this. Oh, he will. Well, I was going to say he will attempt to scout, and he will fail.
But we have the Baneling Nest already for life. He's
Yeah.
also a little bit faster with his speed. Not significantly, it's not going to matter
just
too much.
barely.
But the Banelings are definitely an issue that, well, that Koka has to deal with. He's also getting his Baneling Nest. He will probably use it in defensive fashion. We have the same Harvest account, both of them just trying to get a few more drones into play.
This is, I'm really looking forward to seeing what we're going to see from Life more so than Koka. Like, I think Koka's probably going to play a straight-up game as best as he can, but Life has just been so creative that there he is, 6-minute layer going up.
Yep.
We saw yesterday HeyPro do something interesting where he skipped his speed to get a super fast layer. But in this case, it's not going to be quite like that. It's just going to be a fast layer. And he will likely go for Mutalisk play, but there are other options available to him as well. Oh, he's going to catch this Queen for sure, especially with these Banelings coming in. He will get it no matter what. Boom! There goes the Queen, and a few more Zerlings going down as well. Koka in a little bit of trouble here.
And this is only Life poking a bit. He is already about to kill not only a few drones, but also Zerglings. He took down 4 drones.
Getting the Queen is the most important part, because that limits the production so significantly right now. He's having to make another Queen that costs 150 minerals. It's not minerals he wants to spend. He's got this Roach Warren up. Since he lost that Queen, he's not going to have the production he needs to hit a timing to punish the fast layer. He just will not have that option.
And the layer is nearly done. We have 2 additional gas being taken. The Attractors now for Life, giving him the option to get a lot more gas into play, and he will start his tech fairly soon.
He may go
there.
There it is. Yep.
Spire.
Very quick Spire.
Oh,
nice Baneling hit. He
yeah.
is actually just prepared for everything. I think he intentionally tried to get that Queen. That was his primary target because he knows, hey, if you want to hit a timing, if you don't have the injects, you're not going to hit it. And I'm going to get this layer up with only 1 spine. As far as I know, he only made 1. Yeah, he's just going to keep it like that, too.
The Harvest account for Koka he's already behind with 9 drones.
And it's about to be at 14 with 5 more about to pop out for Life. He is really going to try to hit a Roach timing here. He's making only Roaches right now, not getting any drones, adding some Zerglings in the mix as well, but I don't think he's going to be able to break Life.
He's already with... How many Roaches does he already have? You have 12 for him. He's getting more. He has a few Zerglings on the way as well. The Spire is only halfway done. It's
He's still droning and making a 3rd base right now.
It's a little bit scary for Life here. He has to get a Roach run up, and he does. A few Spine Crawlers would help him quite a little bit.
His opponent has hidden the Roaches at the top of the ramp. He's ran 3 Zerglings in now to try to scout what's going on, but he has not been able to see the Roaches because they're constantly hidden either at the top of the ramp or behind the mineral line. He's really now sending a larger force. He wants to aggressively scout. Is my opponent attacking me right now? Do I need to make more spines?
And he moves out. Koka moves out, and so far Life doesn't have anything. He's now getting the Mutalisks, but they won't be able to kill all these units before they did the damage that they are supposed to do. Finally, the Roadrunner is about to finish the first Spinecrawler building, but the reinforcements for Koka are already queued up, and this is going to be really tough on Life.
Yeah, he's making a bunch of Banelings right now. It's going to help him a little bit, but so is Koka, making so many Banelings, 16 in fact. And the Roaches, they are not going to wait for the Spine to finish. Here they come, running up here. The Mutas are out. Are they enough? I don't think so, Kaldor.
The Mutalisk streaming in right now, trying to pick off a few of the Banelings. We have 78 supply against 77 as Life and Koka clash together here. A few Banelings, whoa, detonating so many of them. They don't hit the drones, though. Life with a nice defense.
He's got to stop the rest of the Banelings. There are 3 more going into the main base. He stops 1. And it gets targets down a 2nd one, and most of his drones will actually escape. A great hold for Life here.
He's doing really well, but it's not over yet.
Yeah, it's not over yet. The worker count now basically dead. Even more drones are dying now. 32 to 25
and
in
Life
Koka's favor.
Is losing ground here. He's losing ground as the Mutalisks are trying to solve the problem. Going in, focused on the Roaches, but the Roach count is now still 6 for Koka, and look at those Harvesters.
He's 8 Harvesters down, but guess what? He now has Mutatech over his opponent. His opponent does not have Lair Tech, and also he has a 3rd hatchery. That's something that Koka does not have. And this, in his EVZ, when this situation occurs, you are basically in checkmate. How can you ever take a 3rd base when your opponent has a Mutalisk presence? You don't have Lair Tech. You're having to make a ton of spores. You can't stop your opponent's 4th, because he can just defend with the Roaches and Banelings he has out.
He's just going to kill the Overlords here, and this will supply block his opponent. Koka is going to be supply blocked. He's desperately trying to kill more drones by running in Zerglings.
Yeah, and this is going to do some damage. Oh, he's actually hidden some Zerglings in the main. Could potentially come in and do a ton of damage. In total, he's done killed 30 Harvesters. The Harvester count dead even though right now at 30.
He finds another 2 Zerglings that are hidden at the top, bottom left
He
of
needs
the main
to protect
base.
his third
The
base. That's so
third is
important.
being attacked, but now the Mutalisk trying to do a bit of damage here. Supply block, that's Koka. That's the only thing that he is right now. He's not dominant. He's not able to keep up with his opponent's production, nor with the economy. And this is really painful for the Slayers team to watch now.
Yeah, Life is just going to tear through with these Mutas. There's nothing he can do to stop them. He's made Spore Crawlers, but that's not going to be enough. And the Mutas continue to wreak havoc at the natural, not wasting any time at killing more Overlords.
It's just trying to find an opening, trying to snipe a unit or
There's
two.
no third. That's the most important part here. He just has no answer for these. There's already Roach Speed coming up. He's making the transition. He's not going to make a single additional Muta. He's just going to keep the Mutalisk count where it is. That's enough.
He's just flying around the map. There are still 2 additional Overlords that he could potentially
He's even
snipe.
killing Creep here, eliminating his opponent's timings. This is awesome. Oh, and Nidus Network goes down.
That's
is
actually
basically,
really
yeah, the only way, but it's so risky because if he loses this one Overlord that he has across the map, he won't be able to use it.
That's his only option to get into the main base and maybe do the damage, because as you already said, we don't have the option for Koka now to get a third without being punished for it by Life. And Life is now just preparing. He's getting +1 attack, he's getting the Roach speed. He's just preparing for a transition into Roaches, and it will be very hard for Koka to stop it.
I think he's going to try to send the Nidus Network just outside the third base where he can hit and actually destroy it. There it is, going down. It is spotted right away by this Overlord. He's not going to be able to stop it, but he will be able to stop the first units and then stop it. Actually, he may actually get there in time to stop it. He will. He's not going to be able to make anything out of that.
And that's now
huge amount of
once again,
resources lost.
exactly, a lot of gas. And the few Overlords that were hiding on the minimap are now being killed as well. Suddenly Life is ahead with 21 supply. And Koka trying to set another Nidus Network up.
11 Roaches on the way.
Which will be spotted, by the way.
It's going to be killed by these Mutas.
The Mutalists take it down, and this is just awful for Koka. Everything that he tries to do is being shut down by Life. Life
Now
is
he's
just waiting
walk.
for his units, is waiting for his Roaches. He already has the better Roach count, and
he's
he
gonna
will
kill some.
have +1 attack.
Yeah, he's going to have the +1. He's going to kill some of these Roaches. Now Koka is trying to get an infestation pit. He's not going to give up here, but his production is so limited right now. He's behind in upgrades. He doesn't have a third base, and Life knows this. He has an Overlord right over the third, making sure that he hasn't taken one. He is just in such a great position. The only thing he doesn't have is an infestation pit, but the infestors that are going to come out for Koka are not going to be a game changer, I don't think. It's basically his only option, but unless he gets some crazy fungals or gets really lucky, he's not going to be able to win the game just because he has infestors.
Even the Mutalists, are not such a big issue, so if you go for the infestors and try to fungal them, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, the bigger issue is the better Roach count and the better production.
Yes, the upgrade advantage now is moving out with his army, and he has so many Roaches, 60 supply lead, and the Roach count is nearly doubling the Roaches of his opponent. We have 22 to 43 in favor of Life, who is moving in right now. He has to be careful with the Mutalist, though, as the Queens are trying to help out. And here comes the attack by Life. ZeNEX Life going in, and Slayers Koka. Is he going to hold this? I don't think it's going to happen, Wolf.
I don't think so, man. There are way too many +1 Roaches here, tearing through. Even the Mutalists doing some extra DPS. The Queens have a lot of energy, but even Transfuses will not change this battle. This is going to be it for Slayers Koka in his first, it's basically his worst matchup.
The Transfuses are going off, but it's just not enough. There are too many Roaches for Life. And Koka, he is going to die here, as Life is now walking up the ramp. He's dancing his Zerglings. And Life did it again.
He's done it again, man, showing his ZVZ mastery. He is so good at using these Mutalist openings, his fast layers, taking out the final drones of Koka, taking out the third base as well with these Roaches. This is it for Koka, who's making a bunch of Overseers for some reason. I guess that's his way of saying in the game, GG. ZeNEX ties the score, and Life, will he repeat his performance from yesterday? So far, we have had a mirror image of what yesterday happened.
Exactly the same races, the same players for the ZeNEX team. And Life, he is feeling pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
In the interview that he had yesterday, he said that after the first 1 or 2 games, he felt a lot more confident than he did before, that he was nervous when he entered the booth, but after he defeated his first opponents, he was really confident about the next matches. And this is happening again today. What is Slayers going to do?
What are they going to do, man? I can tell you right now, they're not going to put out another Zerg. Not going to use Mia, that's for sure. They may pull out the JYP. That's what I might do in this situation.
We have the map. We have the map already. It's going to be Ohana. Ohana is going to be the next map in this matchup, and who is going to take charge and take down Life? Obviously, Slayers knows that they have to kill him early on right now.
They have to. Now,
I wouldn't gamble here.
JYP is a good PvZer, and they may decide to use him here, but they can't use him in Toon Valley because that was ZeNEX's choice from the beginning to eliminate that map with Life. It was a great decision strategically. Now you've got this strong player, the face of ZeNEX right now, out there in the booth early on, and Slayers now has to calculate everything. They're probably expecting to play this guy later on, one of the last players, because obviously he's shown to be one of the best, but usually most players, or most teams, keep that type of player towards the end. But in this case, he's shown depth in all matchups, very strong player. What do? Do you send JYP out to snipe? Because then he might play against a Terran, he might face Harrier or something and die. It's a tough choice to make, and from here, I would not want to be in Cella's position trying to make this choice.
EG Slayers has a lot of options, though. They have a huge lineup sitting on the bench, and therefore they have a large roster where they can choose players.
Yeah, they have a lot of depth.
They might just go and send Puzzle out again early on. They did it last time, so why not today?
Yeah, fight fire with fire. Place one star against another. We're going to find out what they're going to do here.
It's not like they don't have players to rely on, even in the case that Puzzle loses, and it is going to be...
It's going to be, in fact, Crank coming out early again, sending out Crank first as their Protoss representative. Not going to send Puzzle first.
I hate this trolling, by the way.
Yeah, I hate that too. It was like, I'm like
kills
MMA,
me.
that's weird, but then it's not actually MMA.
They did the same thing with TLO when he showed us his boxers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's not my favorite thing, but here's Crank sitting in the booth. He played in the match against Enes did not perform very well, though.
I'm interested to see what he can bring to the table today, especially against a player like Life. I'm a bit surprised by the choice, to tell you the truth. I thought that they would send out one of the players that's a little bit more experienced than Crank. It's not like he's a bad player, but from the momentum that Life gained yesterday in his matches, if I was in the position of Cella, I would try to take Life out as fast as possible.
Yeah, you want to kill this guy. He is the most dangerous player. And playing against ZeNEX is kind of like, right now, it's so unknown what you're going to face. Because, yeah, we've seen games of them in the past. They've improved a lot. And we saw nothing from them yesterday. We saw what we've seen today is what we saw yesterday. We have seen no other depth. What about Harrier? He played in the Code A qualifiers and qualified, but nobody really knows anything about this guy. He could be even better than Life. So to try to prepare for this huge depth of players is so difficult for Slayers. They can't put all their eggs in one basket necessarily, but from everything that we've seen, they should, I guess, try to snipe Life. But what if then Harrier is like one of the best TVP players in the world and kills Puzzle early on? It's a tough position to be in.
Then you get MMA in the picture or someone else. I don't know. It's like Slayers has so many great players sitting on this bench. And I would at least try to take Life out as fast as possible, as I mentioned before. For me, currently, he's one of the biggest threats to the Slayers team, so give him the
biggest threat to anyone, man.
To,
he is so scary.
To build up the momentum and the energy that he needs in order to face tough opponents later on. That's something that I just would not allow.
Well, let's find out if Crank can do it. Can he come through for Slayers EG here and take out the big favorite ZeNEX Life here at the GSTL 2012 Season 2 with Caldor and Wolf?